Hey, Reka, have you heard the big news? Santa's coming to town.
Yes.
Yes. So every year, a lot of people rely on a certain software checking in on Santa's route.
Yeah, it seems like a hard job. Steph Simmons spoke to one woman who breaks down the tracking system. Right now, we are officially 5 days away from Christmas, and we know that Santa and his helpers are gearing up for their biggest day of the year. This morning, we're talking with the only team that seems to know Santa's every move, Norad. Joining me now is Miss Karen Pound, all the way from Peterson Space Force Base in Colorado. Karen, good morning. Thank you for joining us. So,
good morning, Stephanie.
How did you start tracking Santa in the first place?
Well, I'll tell you what, it happened 68 years ago. Back in 1955, a young child called what was then the CONAD Operations Center after a newspaper misprinted an advertisement for a Santa hotline, and it went to an unlisted number, and an Air Force colonel answered the phone, realized what was going on, so played along, pretended he was Santa. And so that is how the relationship between NORAD and Santa started.
That is so adorable. I don't think people know the history behind that. So as we move into 2024, how do you actually track him now? I'm sure there's all kinds of technology that goes with it.
Yeah, absolutely. We track Santa in several different ways. So mainly we track him through radars, including our North Warning system, which consists of 47 installations across the United States and Canada. We also track him using satellites that are at geosynchronous orbit or over 22,000 miles above the surface of the Earth, as well as our military aircraft, both Canadian fighter jets and American fighter jets.
Okay, so no private moments for Santa right now leading up to Christmas. Do you know where he is right now? Can you see him? Is he at the North Pole?
So he's currently at the North Pole, and what will happen is when he leaves the North Pole and our radars pick him up, what happens then is our satellites that I mentioned will capture him because, you know, Rudolph with that bright, intense nose, it's about the intensity of a missile launch. So our satellites have no problem tracking him as he goes across the globe.
All right, and how has NORAD helped Santa over the years?
Well, you know, over the years, we've helped Santa by making sure that he's getting to his destinations around the globe safely. Specifically, when he's in North America, we have our fighter jets escort him. So that's one thing that they do. And then they also help the kids be able to track him as he goes on his journey.
I'm sure he appreciates the extra security. All right, Karen Pound, thank you so much for joining us. We are all excited for Christmas.